Today we're going to be taking a look at Lords of the Fallen, and I'm going to be going over a great very early game farm if you're trying to get your XP up on your character and grab some levels or make him a little bit tougher in order to take on some of the content. This, in my opinion, is well worth doing for anyone who struggles with these type of games or just wants to gear up and boost their levels a little bit before tackling some of the tougher enemies, especially that very first boss. Now, very close to the start of the game, one of your first waypoints is going to be this one right here, called the Vestige of Hannelore. You're going to know this place because it's going to be just after your kind of tough tutorial encounter with the boss that most times is probably going to take you down pretty easy. From here you're going to go into Umbral, and then you're going to start tackling the enemies within. These give you a little bit more XP, nothing amazing at the start, but they're well worth doing because the extra XP can help massively at the very beginning of your game. Take these enemies out however your build allows. Mine was a pyromancer, so I was doing a lot of it at kind of distance, going with range, and if I needed to then I'd go in and attack whenever I could. But the great thing about this, whenever you want to pop out of here, there's another point just here that you can activate, and it's going to allow you to come straight out of Umbral and go back into the normal world. There's quite a few enemies that you can tackle in Umbral, so make your way forward, defeat the enemies as you go, and you'll be getting a lot of XP just from taking on this area and all of the foes within it. The great thing I found though is that you don't have to travel too far, because if you wanted to, you could always bop back to the very starting area that we were at. So make your way back, because the enemies are actually going to come to you. So rather than you having to venture out and being at a bit of a disadvantage, you can go all the way back to the start and take out the enemies that keep spawning and are coming after you. Remember, the more enemies you kill, the faster you're doing it, it's going to help you out because your multiplier is going to go up, and it's going to go up around about 1.2 or 2 times, and then most times I tend to pretty much get out of there, I must admit. You can leave this a little bit longer if you wanted to, but I found 2 multiplier was probably the best, and then when it did bop all the way up to 3, things started to get a little bit worrying, so I would just go straight back to my save point and upgrade my character with everything that I've earned. All the way back, upgrade our character, rest, do whatever we need to in order to replenish everything we've got. Rinse and repeat this to your heart's desire, and you'll be able to get probably around about 35k an hour, obviously depending on your build and exactly what you've got going on with your gameplay. But the great thing is, if you did want to go straight back to the Vestige just here, because the eye is closed, it means that enemies can't actually spawn there, so you shouldn't have any worries about Tough Reaper taking you out, even if you have let things go a little bit too edgy and you're on that 3 times multiplier. So if you need to get out there fast, head back to here, restore everything, spend your earnings and level your character up. This is great as a very first XP farm for anyone that's trying to gear up fast. As always, there'll be a lot more content from me. For now, take care, I'll see you on the next day.